Everybody, it is 5:41. I just recorded about a 5-minute video for DR35. The Lion is Not King, Preparation is King. I just recorded a nice long video and posted it, and it had no sound. I've tried everything to figure out why this Facebook Live is not carrying audio, but I don't know. So hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully I don't look like a dummy again. DR35, The Lion is Not King, Preparation is King. So the chapter starts out talking about Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt was one of the best presidents in U.S. history. In this book, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday, it references Theodore Roosevelt often. It mentions Ulysses S. Grant, Abraham Lincoln. So what that's telling me is I need to read up on these guys. I need to kind of pick their brains and their leadership styles. But anyway, it starts out talking about how Theodore Roosevelt was a weak and feeble child. He had debilitating asthma to the point where he couldn't function. It was life-threatening. So his father made a decision. He said, son, you have a sound mind, but we need to strengthen your body. So he devised a gym on their porch, and for the next, it was something like from the time he was 8 years old until he was 22 or something like that, he trained. He physically trained hard. And what that was doing is it was preparing him mentally and preparing him physically for life, for the life that he was not knowingly, but ended up living. And what Theodore Roosevelt says is it prepared him for the strenuous life. And the theme of this chapter, the theme of this book really is accepting those challenges, accepting those, that theme of embracing challenge, using it as preparation is extremely prevalent. And with Theodore Roosevelt, who's one of the most successful presidents in U.S. history, he embraced this idea. Now, in my personal life, on a daily basis, I push myself physically and I push myself mentally. I push myself physically through physical training, physical exercise, and not just regular physical exercise, but like hardcore, intense, fall over, feel like my heart's going to explode physical training. Not that we all need to do that. But I do advise pushing yourself. I don't care if you're a prime athlete in college or if you're a 60-year-old man or woman. Do what you can do. Push your level of mental toughness up. The way I push myself mentally is by reading, by learning. I'm consuming knowledge that whatever situation I'm put in my life, I'm prepared physically and I'm prepared mentally as well as possible. They say this idea of a sound mind in a strong body. A sound mind in a strong body. That's what I'm shooting for. That's what Theodore Roosevelt shot for. Why don't we all try to shoot for it? And this book, as I said way back when I started it, is based off of Stoic philosophy. And Stoic philosophy uses adversity as a way to improve and get better. It doesn't run from adversity. Rather, we welcome it, process it, improve, get better from it. And one of the things that they say in Stoic philosophy is this idea of an inner citadel. And an inner citadel is that peace inside of us that nobody can take away. No matter what adversities, no matter what injustices, no matter what people you're dealing with, they cannot take away your inner citadel. That inner will, that inner desire, that inner intention to accept, process, and move forward. And to kind of wrap up this video, which I hope you're actually hearing, and I'm not just talking to the air, it caps off the chapter by talking about an arch. You know, an arch. If you've ever been to St. Louis, well, if you've ever been to St. Louis, you know the St. Louis Arch. And it says that the best way to strengthen an arch is to put weight on it. That the weight actually smushes, for lack of a better word, the stones together and reinforces the power. The ability to withstand more weight is by applying the weight. And it goes on to say that the path of least resistance is a terrible path. The path of least resistance is a terrible path. I welcome resistance, physical, mental resistance in my life on a daily basis so I can deal with any challenges that come my way. So if you're not a professional athlete and you don't want to run on a treadmill till you feel like your heart's going to explode, you know, how does this apply to you? Think of it this way. You get home late at night, it's 0 degrees outside. You don't have the keys to get into your house. You have to have the mental fortitude to stand outside your house in the freezing weather until you figure out a way to get in your house. Let's say you have a newborn like myself, and my wife is with him through all hours of the night. She has to prepare in a way such that she's able to stay calm, to have patience, to physically withstand these long nights. The path of least resistance is a terrible leader. So the title of this video is called The Lion is Not King, Preparation is King. So prepare yourself physically, prepare yourself mentally. Be the king of your lives. If you're enjoying this content, I encourage you all to please hop on over to my podcast, A Fighter's Mindset, the Spaniard Podcast. You can visit charlie-brenneman.com /podcast, or you can hop on iTunes and search us out, A Fighter's Mindset, the Spaniard Podcast, where we will help prepare in you a strong mind and a healthy body. Or is it a healthy mind and a strong body? Either one is good. Have a great day.